Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Now Nation Recap. I'm John Orlando. I'm joined by Michael Pagano. And Michael, how are you doing this evening?
John, I am doing great, and I'm looking forward to this match. Of course, we began last week a Best of Sless Taylor series where we're going to take a look at his first three matches in NOW. And this is back when Sless Taylor was only a few years into the business, really getting his feet wet. And last week, he unfortunately took a loss against Juice Jennings. But this week at NOW2, he's got a chance to pick up a victory over No Shame Jimmy Shane. And, of course, Jimmy Shane has with him at ringside the show. I guess at this point he wasn't quite the show yet. But anyways, he was Robby Superstar. And it was a great match, but Sless Taylor just continues to show his growth. And it's only been two shows, John.
That's correct. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to correct you, Michael. Guaranteed, even if he wasn't calling himself the show, Robby Starr thought he was the show because that ego is way out of control. But, nonetheless, Jimmy Shane is one of those deceptive competitors. You look at him, you don't take him seriously, you're going to end up flat on your back staring up at the lights, and he's going to get the 1, 2, 3. Let's not waste any time, Michael. Let's get up to the ring and see this great matchup. And now we're set for our next match, which is going to feature two of the more colorful individuals here in NOW. There you see them. No Shame, Jimmy Shane, Robby Superstar. And these two guys are certainly full of themselves.
A lot of confidence.
Confidence or arrogance, I'm not sure which. Jimmy Shane is going to be taking on Sless Taylor. This is certainly going to be an interesting matchup. Both men have a lot to prove here. Jimmy Shane was not victorious in NOW1. He lost to Marion Fontaine. Sless Taylor had a hard-fought match against Juice Jennings, came up a little bit short. So both of these men have a lot on the line. And Trent, what does that do to you psychologically when you're a competitor going in knowing that you got to impress people here in NOW?
Yeah, you don't ever want to lose, two in a row. You want to keep that momentum going. And, Jimmy, he really looks up to Robby. And Robby doesn't hang around losers. So if Jimmy were to lose two in a row...
That ain't going to happen. That was a complete fluke. And it was a complete fluke. This one's fine.
Yeah, it's Jimmy's job tonight to make sure to show that wasn't a fluke.
But he certainly has his work cut out for him because Sweet Dream, Sless Taylor, there he is. There's the man right there that I'm talking about. He certainly is an athletic individual. He is certainly a very well-trained wrestler. He certainly is, of course, motivated to show everybody here in NOW that he belongs on this roster. And look at that. Oh, there's a little bit of agility, a little bit of flexibility. Whoa, there we go. How about that?
It's just showing off. It's going to matter what happens when the bell rings.
Well, again, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I do agree with you, Viper. You can do all the handstands and all that fun stuff. But when it gets down to business, you better win. And that's the bottom line here.
Yeah, Sless was in the main event of NOW1, and he had a great back-and-forth match with Juice Jennings, and the win, he didn't get the win, but he put on a great showing, and I know he really wants to get his first victory in New Ohio Wrestling.
All right, well, now, Jimmy
Shane looks more like you should be a model in the Limited Brands catalogs. Which, right out of New Albany, a little bit higher class people than you got here in Groveport, but yeah, we'll see what his good looks do for him here in a couple of seconds.
All right, well, Sless Taylor trying to get the crowd behind him. Sless ready to lock up here, collar and elbow tie up. Jimmy Shane, the bigger of the two competitors, and he twists the arm and goes to the hammerlock. Sless trying to find a way to escape. I mean, he's given up a couple of inches and given up quite a bit of weight here to Jimmy Shane. And there's a quick reversal. And now go behind from Sless.
Yeah, when it comes to Jimmy Shane, you don't want to judge a book by the cover. I mean, he's kind of goofy. He has questionable taste in music. But he can go inside that ring, and he's showing it right now that he is proficient in technical wrestling.
Trent, you're saying that you're not a fan of boy bands?
It's not exactly my cup of tea.
Okay, all right.
We'll leave it at that.
All right. And now look at this. Look at this impressive test of strength right now between these two competitors. And now Jimmy reverses, gets right back to that arm, twisting the arm over to the side, bending that wrist back. Look at how he's bent that. Oh, look at this. Whoa, front roll, backflip. And now, wow. We're going to have to be on our game here, gentlemen, because, man, oh, man, is Sless quick.
Yeah, Sless is arguably the most athletic competitor in New Ohio wrestling.
And he tried to pick up Jimmy Shane, but too much weight, and now Jimmy just bowls him over with a clothesline. Here we go, one, and that's all that Jimmy will get on that count. And now he's just going to stand over top of him. Look, he's picking him up. What is Jimmy Shane going to do? Well, he's just going to choke him on the rope. And I guess that, Viper, you would approve of this strategy. Probably, no doubt.
He's got some space there, and the referee's on top of that. Gave him clean breaks.
And now another choke, and telling everybody that he is a loser. Very mature, Jimmy. Very mature.
Yeah, keep an eye out there.
Yeah, you knew this was going to happen. Robby Superstar getting involved, choking Sless Taylor, and then give him a quick shot for good measure. And now one count's all you get from Jimmy Shane.
When you're inside the square there, you got to be smarter than your opponent, and you can look as good as he looks, but if you got a $1 million body and a 5-cent brain when it comes to your wrestling IQ, that's not going to do you any good in this NOW match today, that's for sure.
Well, again, it's the numbers game. You got Robby Starr backing up Jimmy Shane, and Sless doesn't have anybody in this corner, but now he's just teeing off with just straight right hands right to the side of the head. And what's Sless going to do? Head of steam and nobody there. Oh, that's probably it. I hate to say it. Here we go. Roll over 1, 2. Wow. I'm surprised that Jimmy Shane did not get the victory. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all it takes is that one mistake to really put you at a disadvantage and give the momentum back to your opponent. And that's what we're seeing right now.
And now front face lock, and Sless is fighting to his feet. There's a right hand. There's another right hand to the breadbasket of Jimmy Shane. Shooting off the ropes. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see that?
He tripped on the rope.
He did not trip. Robby Starr tripped him, and that gives Jimmy Shane the opportunity to just start clubbing away on Sless Taylor.
Sloppy. He was tripping in the ring. It's got to be on your game. Much better than that going against somebody like Jimmy Shane.
And now this is kind of like a figure 4 headlock, if you will. Cutting off the oxygen to Sless Taylor and giving as well a break to Jimmy Shane. He can collect his thoughts.
Yeah, Jimmy can utilize the strength in his legs to punish Sless.
Now, Trent, if I may interrupt for a minute, let's just talk about what happened at NOW1. Robby Starr refused to come to the event. Wait a minute, 1, 2, sorry, there was a reversal. But Robby Starr refused to come and compete, claiming that the fans did not deserve to see him wrestle.
Absolutely. He was supposed to wrestle Marion Fontaine, and the fans were looking forward to that. And Robby, the day of the show, said that the fans of Columbus were not worthy.
And here we go, an arrogant cover. Sorry to interrupt after that follow-away slam, but a very arrogant cover from Jimmy Shane.
Yeah, Robby said that the fans were not worthy to see him compete. He sent Jimmy in his place, and Jimmy lost, actually, to Marion Fontaine in the very first match in New Ohio wrestling history.
And I don't know what Jimmy Shane is doing, and was he trying to do the people's elbow? Was that what I saw?
Possibly. I don't know. But whatever he tried didn't work.
No, and now there's a big Samoan backdrop from Sless, and now he is starting to make his comeback. Look at this standing shooting star press. What a maneuver. And that's only 2. Wow. You talk about an impressive maneuver. Viper, you got to be impressed with that.
Not bad. That's probably one of the few moves that he's made tonight that I can appreciate.
Well, look at this standing handstand into it like a corkscrew press. 1, 2. He didn't get all of that. He kind of was a little bit off center on the landing, but
yeah, it looked like he landed on Jimmy's knee. So possible knee injury by Jimmy. We'll keep an eye on that.
And here we go, just raining down with some punches. Right on top of the head of Jimmy Shane. Jimmy looks like he has no idea where he is. He doesn't know if he's in Groveport, Ohio, if he's in Bowling Green, if he's in Cleveland or Toledo. Oh, wait a minute. What are these two doing?
Wait a minute.
No, wait. There's a
Give
chain.
him a pep talk, it looked like.
No, pep talk.
He's trying to get him in.
If by pep talk you mean chain, yes. And, oh, come on. Just sucker punched him right in the mouth with the chain. And there's a 1, there's a 2, and there's the 3, ladies and gentlemen.
I told you when we started, Jimmy was not going to lose 2 in a row. Did not lose 2 in a row.
Well, through devious ways, Jimmy Shane picks up the victory. Those two are awful proud of themselves.
Yeah, and Robby is going to be facing Marion Fontaine finally later on tonight, and I would not be surprised if Jimmy was in Robby's corner and we see some of the same shenanigans that we saw in this match.
Well, winners.
Yes, they're winners again, with a little asterisk in the record books. There was a little bit of an assist thanks to a steel chain in the hands of Jimmy Shane.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate too. Sless really wanted to get his first win in New Ohio Wrestling, and it didn't go his way. But I think he has a very promising future if he can just avoid underhanded tactics like that.
And right now, Sless Taylor's getting himself up here. The fans are giving him a round of applause for a valiant effort. But when you got Robby Starr on the floor at ringside, and you got a chain, and you got all kinds of shenanigans going on, it's hard for anyone to overcome those odds. Excuse me. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm frustrated.
Look, it takes more than abs to be successful in NOW.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jimmy McDowell, and I am backstage with Sless Taylor, who, Sless, you were just involved in a match. He's not a happy camper. You were cost that match by No Shame Jimmy Shane. And tell us, what's going through your head right now?
What's going through my head? What's going through my head is this. Robby Starr, if you want to stick your nose in my business, why don't you stick your face in my face? Why don't you man up, you and me? Right now, I don't care when. I want a piece of Robby Starr. That's what I'm thinking.
There we go. Whether or not he'll get a piece of Robby Starr, I guess only time will tell.
John, of course, Robby Superstar gets involved and helps Jimmy Shane get the win, giving him the chain, and Jimmy Shane just nailing Sless Taylor right in the face with the chain, and there's not many people that are going to get up from that one. So Sless Taylor, unfortunately, takes the loss against Jimmy Shane, and not without some underhanded tactics, just like we talked about in NOW1 when he took on Joe Jennings. But nonetheless, Sless Taylor continues to show his growth and his drive to be a great competitor in NOW.
That's right, and that drive and that passion and that will to do what he needs to do and do it the right way, by the way, is certainly a staple of Sless Taylor's philosophy about professional wrestling. And no doubt he certainly is a fantastic talent today, but you saw just the potential that lied right there with Sless every time he stepped in the ring. But you know what? Speaking of stepping in the ring, we probably need to let folks know where they can keep tabs on everything going on with New Ohio Wrestling as to who's stepping into the ring, when we're coming back to action, and whatnot. Well, there's several different ways you could do that. First, you can follow us on the website, www.newohiowrestling.com. You can follow us on Twitter at New Ohio Wrestling, and you can follow us even on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for at New Ohio Wrestling. And for that, Michael Pagano, I think it's time for us to get on out of here. So we'll catch you next time on the Now Nation Recap.
Folks, I hope you've been enjoying the Now Nation Recap over on Facebook. We are live every Friday night on Facebook with a new episode of the Now Nation Recap. Or, of course, you can just check it out on YouTube. Plenty of great highlights, plenty of great action on the Now Nation Recap. And, of course, we did the best of Matt Taylor, and we are now currently doing the best of Sless Taylor. And if you want to play a role in determining what we do next time, just let us know. Let us know on Facebook, let us know on Twitter, let us know on Instagram, heck, even let us know on YouTube. Let us know who you want to see a best of series here on the Now Nation Recap, and we will be back with you next week.